When Liam saw the spell book next to him, he was confused and amazed at the same time. But you know what was even crazier? It was what happened in the mansion the night before. You see, as Liam had been cleaning up the mansion after the intruders broke in, he had found some very old photos of Gus sitting on Gus's desk. And the pictures showed Gus as an old man. But then when Liam looked at the dates on each picture, they were old. And I mean really old pictures. These pictures were taken over 100 years ago. What on earth? There was no way Gus could still be alive and well if he was already a very old man in these pictures from over a century ago. And then, all of a sudden, it dawned on Liam. The person he had been talking to this whole time, Gus, wasn't a person at all. It was a ghost. That's right. It was the ghost of Gus, who had helped Liam back when he first fell over the wall. Liam was in shock. He couldn't believe it. But the more he thought about it, the more it seemed to make sense. That's why nobody else in the town believed Liam. That's why nobody thought anyone was ever living in the mansion. And that's why Gus would never leave the mansion or go to Liam's house for dinner. Because nobody else could even see Gus. Gus only revealed himself to those with a kind heart and a humble spirit with the greatest potential and a willingness to learn. A few days later, after Liam had the mansion all cleaned up and in a good working order, and after he had finally come to terms with the fact that he had been talking to a ghost all this time, Liam was standing inside the mansion and he looked up at the door and he saw Gus walking through the front doorway. And Gus said,
"Hey there, kid. I've been wondering how you've been. I see you got my mansion all fixed up and back to normal. Nicely done."
Liam asked Gus, "Hey, Gus, are you a ghost? Are you even real?"
Why, do I not look real to you?
"Oh yeah, you look real all right, but I know you're a lot older than I realized. I found your old pictures, Gus."
Yeah. Well, there's something I need to tell you, kid."
And Gus explained a deep secret about the mansion's history that Liam couldn't even believe. It turned out the mansion was once the secret meeting place of an ancient order of magicians who protected the world from unseen magical threats. This was something that only the mansion's caretakers over the years knew. And Gus was the last of this order. And now it was Liam's turn to continue this tradition. Gus had returned to the mansion to give Liam one final lesson and a gift. He was there to appoint Liam as the new caretaker of the mansion. And the whole reason why Gus had been living in the mansion as a ghost all these years was because he needed to find someone worthy to look after the mansion and guard its magic responsibly. And Gus said,
"You see, kid, with great power comes great responsibility. You have to use this mansion's magic responsibly and for the greater good, and safeguard the magical world from those who might misuse it. It is so important to maintain a balance between the magical and the non-magical world. Magic must not overstep the boundaries and disrupt the natural order of things."
And Gus pointed to the spell book and said,
"And this is for you, Liam. It contains countless unique spells and knowledge that I've gathered over the past century, and with it, you will be able to unlock different parts of this mansion that contain secrets and magical artifacts that are so powerful, no one else on Earth can know about them."
And so Gus transferred control of the mansion's magic to Liam, making him the new master of the house.
"My job is finished here, Liam. You have proven to me that you are ready to guard this mansion on your own."
Liam asked, "But where are you going, Gus? I'm not ready." And Gus said,
"I'm going somewhere you can't follow, but only for now. I promise there will come a day when we'll meet again, Liam, and we'll laugh and have fun together just as we have so many times before in this here house. But until then, You have a lot of work to do, and there are all kinds of mysteries to unravel before that day comes.
And so Liam became the new caretaker of the mansion, and he visited the mansion every day after school to make sure everything was okay. And when he was old enough, he moved in and he made it his own house where he lived. And he lived in that mansion for many years. He learned incredible spells from Gus's spell book, and the mansion showed him wonders and mysteries you wouldn't even believe if I told you. And Liam used the mansion's power to protect and serve the people of his town and the world, even when the people had no idea that Liam and the mansion were protecting them. And after many years of living peacefully in the mansion, Liam grew into an old man. And one afternoon, he heard a thud outside as he looked out his window at the stone wall, where he saw a boy who had fallen and was clutching his knee in pain. "Ah," said Liam, "I know just what to do about this," as he picked up his handkerchief and walked toward the big wooden doors as they opened by themselves. Liam slowly walked out to the boy and said, "Sit still, son. I have just the thing to help you." And of course, the boy had no idea what kind of incredible magic he was about to discover. Do you ever find yourself wondering when the next episode is going to come out for the Storyland podcast? I know they don't come out as much as we all want them to, but if you want to be the first to know about when the next story is going to drop, all you got to do is follow us on Instagram or Facebook, or just go to storyland.show, and you'll find links to all the different places online where you can listen and watch, and even leave a comment and make suggestions about other story ideas that you might have. Just go to storyland.show, or again, you can follow us on Facebook or Instagram. Just search for Storyland, all one word, podcast. Storyland Podcast, and you should be able to find us there. Thanks again for listening, and I'll talk to you next time.